I started looking at my tablet. I'm like, oh man, the Wi-Fi is strong out here.
Must be our devices because we can't get Wi-Fi for crap in half of this house. Hey, everybody!
Cold opening.
The cold opening always works.
Hey, I tell you, this is we're dropping it without any notifications, and we'll see how many people watch it.
There's a notification. I set it up last night.
Yeah, he did.
Last night, one night.
Yeah. You don't get the usual 24-hour notice.
You know,
Yeah.
when the comic book community is hot on the Instagram streets.
They're like, surprise.
Hello.
Surprises.
Thanks for joining us on Pop Culture Clobbering Time, the show where we'll burn an hour just talking about geeky stuff like superheroes, movies, cartoons, toys, TV shows. I have a good friend,
Podcast.
Al Shell. Look at that. Nailed it. And we have live in the chat, Mr. Matthew Poe.
Brother Poe.
Thank you for rising and shining with us this morning.
It's only 10 o'clock.
Here, Matthew might be on the West Coast where
It might be.
7
7
a.m.
o'clock. Which,
Oh, I got a bone to pick besides all the other bones.
okay.
Most times when I watch podcasts or video casts or whatever this is considered,
Mm-hmm.
if I go to watch something about, maybe a toy that's out or whatever, what really kills me is long, like, entrances. I'm just like, oh, welcome to my show. I don't know.
I have to say that drives me nuts too. Are you talking
Yeah.
about my animation or people that just chit chat before they actually get to the topic? They're there.
No, I'm talking about the animation.
Well, see, the good thing about that is if you're not watching it live, there's a little slider at the bottom. You just slide that right over and
Oh,
burn through that.
yeah, I usually go
torture that
back.
put you through every episode.
But
I
the good
usually
thing about the animation is for those people who are just on the Bell plan, so it's like, oh, they'll get a reminder, say, J Hood Creative has a show coming up. It gives them enough time to get settled in, get over there, and not miss any of the beautifulness that is us talking.
That's true. On bigger channels that I can't claim to be, they're waiting for 200 people to show up before they start actually getting into their thing. So I aspire to be those people.
9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock there.
That's the time I got up this morning on the Eastern time.
Central Time Zone. I miss the Central Time Zone.
Al's got his work attire with him.
Uh-oh.
He's all about business.
Looking like a young Mick Foley.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm taking it off.
You see, he was at SummerSlam the other day. Was it SummerSlam?
That dude is gross. Why would you compare me to Mick Foley, man?
Because he wears a tie for no reason.
A lot
He
of
was
people
like
do.
tied around his neck, though, right?
Looking like a young slobby dude.
I'm sorry. I mean, just because not everybody can look like a young.
Hey, just because I look like a slob right now doesn't mean I'm a slob.
young junkyard dog. My mom used to love her some junkyard dog.
I thought about putting a wrestler on my list, but I ended up passing.
Oh yeah, what's this show about?
This special episode is going to be who you wanted to be when you grow up, or who do you still want to be when you grow up.
Yeah, who you want to be when you grow up.
We're a bunch of Peter Pan dudes. We got the Peter Pan complex. We're
You're gonna forever. YouTube's gonna yank you. You keep talking like that. Talking about Peter Pans.
Peter.
Watch out.
At least I'm not talking about COVID. They would really shut me down if I talked about COVID.
Well, this year would be
Go
due.
Vic. Why would they shut you down for saying Go Vic?
Go Vic. I got the Go Vic.
So this episode, we're going to talk about who we want to be when we grow up. The characters from comic books, movies, cartoons, whatever, anything.
We could pick cartoons.
Yes. I said fictional characters. I mean, I know you're a sports guy.
Vic.
Oh,
I
the Super Bowl.
didn't want to see O.J. Simpson show up on your list. I was saving you from that.
Made up characters from any walk of entertainment, books, comics, movies,
I-
TV.
Paul James, really?
I'm going to spoil it and say I was surprised that Shaft did not end up on your list.
I didn't want to have all black people on my list.
Well, I have to say I wasn't afraid to have all white people on my list.
Yeah, I know.
If I could just say, I think I got all white dudes too.
Oh well.
I mean,
There might be
Most black
kind of,
men,
there might be maybe a little bit of
it's not
Latino.
good enough reason to keep somebody on your list.
Okay, we'll get into that.
Huh?
He said he bumped Batman because Billionaire Playboy is not good enough to be on his list.
Yeah. That's kind of boring.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, we'll get into it.
This is what we call the setup.
There will be an appropriate time to discuss Batman versus some of your choices.
I struggled with putting Jason Voorhees on my list because I don't want people to think that I want to kill people. But I
Why
did.
do you want to kill people?
I was like, thinking of 5 people you wanted to be when you grow up. Like, I was like, oh, maybe Freddy Krueger. But then I'm like, that's killing people and it's child diddles. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And being caught on fire.
You got
That
to
wouldn't
get
be
through the
fun.
picture. All right, so let's get into this. Let's start sharing some screen. Hopefully it will work. How about if I load some images?
Hey, while you're taking time on that, I watched Prey last night. The new Predator movie.
Love? What?
I said Prey, not Prey Love. It's the new Predator prequel.
Okay.
Predator, Prey, the new Predator prequel. That was pretty fun. I liked it. It was so different from the other sequels that I liked it. It was very slow, but I think that was what they were going for.
I've heard it was good.
It's kind of like when I was watching. Well, I guess I did that next one. The next break we have. Oh, but I watched Paper Girls. Paper Girls. Yeah. Yes. Now I know why they're called Paper Girls, by the way. But the first episode was just pretty much a long, boring episode to get you to the point of the show.
That's pretty much how the first issue read too, I thought.
Like, I mean, it was long.
It's a comic book.
Matthew Poe says, I wanted to be Batman and Superman. My mom, who's in the hospital, made a cloth Batman cape and a Superman cape with a yellow sign on the back. I got a Batman quilt from her for Christmas in 1979.
Nice.
I had a Superman quilt made from Superman t-shirts or pajamas or something because my aunt worked at the pajama factory.
Nice.
I still have a Batman or a Superman comforter upstairs. It has the stuffing beat out of it because I had it since I was a kid. But who knows? Maybe someone would like to see that one day.
I got a Pittsburgh Steelers coat.
All right.
What?
Which of us is going to go first?
Well, I guess I could go first.
All right.
This always will be the less dramatic one.
All right.
Super Bro?
Hey, I want to be a pro athlete.
You want to be
your Superman comforters and your Batman pajamas?
Mm-hmm.
Probably the other way around. I got a Pittsburgh Steelers coat. I got a football.
So you have to be a comic book version of a super or a football player.
But then he gets to be a pro athlete too and a superhero.
You got
He looks drugged out. What's the deal?
I mean, the storyline is sketchy as heck. But
I didn't know anybody read this thing.
come on. I was like, oh, sports and comics finally cross
Mm-hmm.
in the worst way possible.
See, here's the thing. I love wrestling, okay? I do not get comic books that have wrestling in them. I don't do it.
Tried.
I don't. So I don't understand your whole like, oh, it's got sports, and I gotta get it. I like sports. I don't want a football man comic book.
Maybe this is why I don't like superheroes on TV. I like superheroes in comics, and they never live up to my expectations on
Yeah,
TV.
yeah. Superheroes on TV, they always half-a them. They always like, oh, they'll like this. Let's change this part about them. They'll understand. Let's mix these two characters together and then screw up everything. That's the reason why you don't like them on TV. They're stupid. They're for morons, so we'll just mess them up anyways. No one will notice. That's what they do.
I'm still bitter about Thor on the Hulk movie special. Remember that?
Oh, he was closer than the one in the
In Love and Thunder.
He had Donald Blake. He had a Don Blake. So you're still sore about that one. Gee whiz. What about Kingpin from that show?
By the way, I'm impressed.
He had
how
hair
fast
and pulled
you picked
back.
up on Super Pro though.
Huh?
I'm impressed how fast you picked up on Super Pro.
Well, it was a bad comic book, of course I picked. Well, what about Super Pro? Are you going to talk about Super Pro and why you want to be Super Pro?
Yeah, he is a professional athlete and a superhero.
That's the first issue?
That's the first regular issue, yeah.
Oh, what was the one cover that I had? I got the other cover.
There's a painted cover it's a reprint, I think.
I think there's like a 0 issue and then this one.
Hmm.
Spider-Man involved in the first one from all along.
Oh,
I
boy.
know they tried to bring it back, but they were worried about copyright issues. They tried to bring him into the Ultimate Marvel team up or something like that.
Really? Wow.
Can't wait for Feige to dust this one off.
Ooh, I am praying.
This is a low floor as far as spec value goes. So get in now while it's cheap.
Dude, I think he's gonna be in the movie. He's gonna be in a movie. He's gonna be in Secret Wars, Hear It Now, or Kang Dynasty. Do you think Kang Dynasty is gonna be the actual name of the Avengers movie?
Yes.
No.
I don't know. They did that with Captain America's Secret or Serpent Society, right? They changed it to Civil War. They were fooling with people. I don't know if Kang Dynasty is gonna be.
It's what, 3 or 4 years away?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it'll change names at least twice.
Good morning, Kenneth Bird. Thanks for joining us.
We're talking about Super Pro, and while it would have been a lame. Of all the people you want to be, of all the created characters in all of entertainment and everything, Super Pro
Well,
has space on your
number
list.
5.
I met a guy. I know this guy. His name is Suge. I refuse to call him Suge. But he played the NBA. He played in the NFL for 5 years. Fully vested pitching. But you know what he could always say? He played the NFL. It's just like, well, tell us stories about you in the NFL. Well, I was on the practice squad for 2 years. But he had stories. I wanted to be a professional athlete.
Isn't there other superheroes or super villains that played in the NFL or football at least?
Cyborg was a college player, I think, or high school. That
He's
must have been high school.
he played basketball.
And once
I'd rather
again,
be Cyborg.
I'd
I'd rather have half my body ripped off of me than be Super Pro.
I mean, the next closest thing was Steel.
Oh, what did he play?
Well, Shaq.
Oh, okay. So we're mixing the genres now. Like, the character himself didn't play basketball, but the person that played him in the garbage movie was. Okay. I get that. If we're going on that, then, you know.
Let's show Al's pick for here at number 5.
My number 5.
This when you sent me this, I was like, man, I would have picked this too, but I'm not gonna double dip.
Luke Skywalker.
Beastmaster. Look at this dude. He had swords. He had the babes, and look, he could talk to animals. He was the animal equivalent of Aquaman, kinda. And Mark Singer, I wouldn't be Mark Singer. The real reason why I picked him is because when I was a kid, I used to watch the hell out of this movie.
I did too.
And I had a sword, a toy sword, and I had a belt that I put through it and had it on my back. I'd go outside and be like, Beastmaster. And he had two little like ferret things that he could talk to, and and a white tiger and stuff, I think he had. It was a fun movie. The sequels were horrible. But dude, Beastmaster. And then if I wanted to, I could sneak into playing him and V, and then I could be, what was her name? Diane, the hot brunette, and V. I don't care if she's a lizard person. As long as she doesn't take the makeup off, I'm fine. I would have been all day with the V lizard lady. We have to get used to that anyways, right? Because the lizard people are going to take over.
Gore needs the cheerleader action in Super Pro.
I'm amazed that they didn't have him.
So yeah, I'm with you. This is one of the movies that I just ate up over and over. It was on.
Dude, the Huggers.
We had a satellite dish. So back then you got like HBO East and HBO West.
Oh yeah.
So if you watch it at 4:00, it's coming on again at 6:00, and we'd watch things back to back.
Dude, this Superman 2. I'd go to watch Superman 2 all the time, and it always had the beginning, that HBO The Circle. So every time I heard that, I was like, Superman 2's on. And I would Superman 2. I always love that. I'm a sucker for things like that. They got me. I'm a mark. And that and ABC's Saturday and Sunday night movies.
Yep, with the rotating
Tonight. I mean, you can get it on, watch it on YouTube. The Tonight, Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Shaw, Roy Schneider, Jaws. I love that stuff, man.
All the James Bond flicks.
And also my notable, like, if I didn't go with Beastmaster, I had Thundar the Barbarian, because
that's another good pick.
That dude has the sun sword. He's in the post-apocalyptic future. He has a hot babe that he had to be macking on, and then he had like a big Chewbacca dummy buddy that could rip people's arms off. Right? Cool horses. Adventures for days.
He had creative input from, I think, Alex Toth and Jack Kirby on that one.
Yeah, it was Steve Gerber that he created it, who also created Howard the Duck and stuff like that.
Howard T. Duck.
Oh,
very cool.
And so many other things. This is when I was researching it. I was like, oh, he created it. I'm like, I always thought it was just just a cartoon, like Ruby Spears got together and like, let's do this Conan knockoff or whatever. But it was actually like, Steve Gerber and his buddies, like Ookla was actually named off of UCLA because they went to the UCLA. They made it Ookla.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that.
You better, because I'm not lying. I don't lie, dude. Anyways, all right. So my pick was way better than Super Pro. Vote on these guys? Whoever is left in the chat, vote on whose is better so far. Who's number 5 so far is better?
All right. So
the Super Pro.
I'm gonna show my pick, and it's probably not for reasons that will be obvious. So I'll have to walk you through this.
Oh, come on.
Chris Hemsworth?
Is this Chris Evans? Wait,
Chris Evans.
I almost pulled up a picture of Chris Evans for this.
Chris Evans, Captain America. I know you want to be Chris Evans, Captain America, because he can do that for days.
Okay, so I'll be straight. It's not that I want to be Captain America.
You do.
I want to be Steve Rogers.
What?
Because when Steve Rogers came back and he had to find a day job, do you know what he did?
Everything else.
What was Steve Rogers' day job?
He's an artist.
It wasn't a good one.
Macking
Didn't make
on Peggy
any
Carter.
money on it. He's living off that government dollar, bro.
He went to hard work at a drawing board as a commercial artist, doing art for the man.
What do you think his style was? That's a question. What do you think his style was? Do you think he was an Alex Ross? Do you think he was a John Byrne? Do you think he was
I think
an advertisement guy?
I think he was in advertising, doing like Neil Adams style illustration work. For,
Do you
like,
think he
Pop
was that
Culture.
cartoon like that, or do you think it was more like catalog, like Norman Rockwell type stuff? You know,
Yeah, it was like black and white line art. What we refer to now as clip art, where it's just like, here's a guy and he's advertising this to you, and you can take that and flip it out and put it on any ad you want. So he was drawing like, garden tractors for the newspaper ads, phone book ad illustrations, drawing a pizza for the pizza guy, for the to put on his pizza box, that kind of thing.
so he hated his job. He was Steve Rogers was a frustrated comic book artist. He's always thinking, when I draw my comic book, and he never did, but he always got commissions from everybody. So he took the commissions, and he always hated it. I feel this. I feel this, man.
Right there in the caption, and deadlines.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I'm feeling this. He hated everything he had to draw.
The benefit was the life of flexible hours and creative fulfillment and deadlines. Good morning, Biggie Shack.
Creative
Tuning in from the
fulfillment.
Windy City this morning, coming to us from C2E2. Hope you had a
Creative
good time hanging out with the gang last night.
About 90 miles that way.
Yep.
That way.
How did he get credit from drawing a pizza and a tractor, like advertisements?
What's
He
that?
didn't. You guys are you. That's sarcasm. That's the sarcasm of John Byrne or Roger Stern, whoever wrote that.
So here's the reason why I'm picking Steve Rogers. Okay,
Because you're white bread.
because I grew up to be a commercial artist, but what implications does that have? Let me share another screen here.
Wait a minute. You picked Steve Rogers just to be an artist?
Yeah, because of this right here. This is like an adult reaction to this right here. So I noticed, and this isn't like in just the last couple of years. This is going back like 3 or 4 or 5 years. Seeing off-duty police officers like with the big, they're all ripped up like this guy's, and he's got the big Punisher sticker or T-shirt on,
Mhm.
putting Punisher on the cars. And I ran into a guy at church, and he was a cop, and he would wear this Punisher shirt to church, and I was like, do you know the backstory of that character and why? I mean, I can relate to, okay, you're a cop, you have fun shooting guns. It's a hobby people have. I don't have a problem with that. But do you understand like what that character went through to get to the point where he strapped a white skull on his chest and is now just a raging maniac? And so when I think of that, I'm like, okay, so people are choosing the characters they like because they relate to their job. So if Mr. Cop, if you're picking, I'm a cop, Punisher was a cop, so I'm going to like the Punisher, then I'm going to be like, okay, I grew up to be an artist.
Punisher was a cop?
Yeah.
I didn't think he was a cop. I thought he was a Marine.
Well, they've changed him over the years. He originally started out as a cop. So
all right, go ahead.
So I'm saying, okay, cop, if you're relating to the Punisher as an ex-cop and he gets to shoot guns, I'm going to relate to Captain America because I grew up to be an artist. I'm an artist. He was an artist, so I'm going to be Captain America. And
This is so bad.
just for the record,
I'm the one that usually flips out and goes on tangents.
In the comics, Cap always has it
Are you
over.
beat up? You're telling me you're gonna beat up some cops? Is that what you're saying?
In this
Oh
kind
my
of
goodness.
metaphysical way, I've got the power over the police.
So you
Oh,
want to
no,
beat
no,
up
no,
cops?
no,
Oh my
officer.
goodness, this is some political culture stuff. I don't know if I can be a part of this.
You're a little too woke for me, Hood.
Mm,
Look,
like bad work.
I 100% respect the jobs that men put on the uniform and go out and protect our
Women.
communities. But I want them to know that if they say, "Hey, I want to be the Punisher someday," that ain't right.
So
Hey,
are you
listen.
saying that you wanted to hit the guy that was a police officer at church who wore the Punisher t-shirt and probably played on stage as part of the worship band? I'm
Just
just guessing.
punching
No,
people.
it wasn't that guy.
Oh,
It was a different guy.
oh.
You're a joker. No, listen. I tell you what. This is the equivalent of kids that don't know bands wearing like Nirvana shirts and stuff. They just think it's cool. They've never heard Nirvana. They've never heard Led Zeppelin. They've never heard AC/DC. Never heard of Houdini. Never heard of LL Cool J. Never heard of Public Enemy. Never heard of NWA. But guess what? They're wearing the shirts. They've never heard of Selena, and there's Selena shirts out there, and they're wearing them. I'm getting some breakfast. And what's that? I don't get the final.
I'm trying to pull up my images here, and I'm missing
Are
one.
we gonna go on? Because I don't want to.
Yeah,
No more politics.
All right.
vamp for me because I got to find a image I'm missing here.
Okay, so are we talking about Punisher? Yeah, we'll talk about Prey. If anybody's seen Prey, actually, so far out of the three that have been picked, who would any of you guys want to be? Would you want to be Super Pro, Beastmaster, or Captain? Well, that's not fair because it's not Captain America. It's Steve Rogers. Now, is it Steve Rogers without the power?
I'm just going to generically say Steve Rogers.
So no powers. So no,
he has to have power.
So no super soldier, sir.
Yeah, it's
without the power. He's just
Captain
Steve, an
America.
accountant.
Because Frank Castle doesn't have powers.
He has rage and depression. So, anyways, I'm sure Captain America is more appealing. I'd love to be Captain America too. I'd love to have that. But Beastmaster, let me tell you why Beastmaster. He's got a sword, okay? He can talk to animals and make them do his bidding, right? We had Tanya Roberts, right?
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, this ain't no contest.
It is.
Beastmaster wins this round.
Actually, Captain America would win. I would pick Captain America over Beastmaster, but
y'all crazy. Super Pro is it.
You could be Super Pro 10 times over as Captain America. Gee, what? Selena is from, yeah. I'm not saying, I'm saying the kids don't know who she is, but they're wearing Selena shirt.
All right. So
they think Selena is Jennifer Lopez. That's what.
Hey, Selena wishes.
Oh. All right. So
she wishes she was alive. So
yeah, I know. That's why I stopped when I realized she was dead.
Yeah, well, too late. I'm there to grab it and like, get out of the light, baby.
Come on, Dave.
Let's keep going. Right. Let's keep these bad decisions, and we'll keep them right here.
Victor went first last time. We'll let Al go first this time.
Wait a minute.
What?
That's not my number. Number 4.
It's not?
No.
You're right. It's not.
Gee whiz. He's all thinking about beating up cops and stuff.
Okay, hold on.
Right.
There he is. I did have him.
Did you pay attention to my list?
I did. I just was in a hurry when I thought I'd lost it. And I did have the image. I just didn't put it where it needs to go.
When it comes to my stuff, he's like, yeah, whatever. But when it's his, there you go. Okay.
Look at this.
Let's talk about Barnabas Collins, okay? First off, he's a vampire, right? So he gets to hang out at night. That might seem old once in a while, but not with Barnabas Collins, because this dude was getting all types of girls, and he was, let's face it, the guy that played him wasn't that good looking, anyways. But there was something about him. He had that je ne sais quoi. He had that it factor. He had those cheekbones and weird ears. But this dude
Is
could
he
walk
missing a
in
finger?
anywhere, huh?
Is he missing a finger?
No.
No.
1, 2, 3.
And if you would, you wouldn't know because he's a vampire. Okay. This guy here's okay. If we're going for people we want to be, I don't really want to be this guy because he was trapped for like hundreds of years in a coffin.
Yikes.
Okay, so when he was born a long time ago, got turned into a vampire by Angelique the witch, who I would have went with Angelique. She was hot. Angelique, hot, dude. Like if you go and look at old Angel, I'm not talking Johnny Depp. I'm talking Jonathan Frid, Barnabas Collins.
Mm-hmm.
He had Josette. He had Angelique. I'm not so much high on Victoria Winters because she had a googly eye that I was like, okay, I never understood her. But yeah, man, freaking Barnabas, he was the cool. He was what we think of as vampires now. He's the one that started all that stuff, like the cool
So he's
dude.
the old Edward Cullen.
He's the OG Edward Cullen, yeah.
Dude, man, get on with that Twilight junk, bro. Don't just get out of here. I'm just like, I get so disappointed every time I hear you mention some corny stuff like that, man. I don't know. I just like, I let you have Super Pro. Like, oh my goodness, man. Anyways, yeah, so.
I can tell you, you know, we're old dudes, but even for us, we had to watch this in reruns. This is Dark Shadows is the name of the show.
Yeah. I mean, it's long in the tooth. It can be boring, but just imagine, it's like Universal. If Universal Monsters was a soap opera,
yeah.
So it's like that. Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman.
I've talked to somebody that was like is 5-10 years older than me, and they're like, yeah, Dark Shadows is appointment television where like she's like, we ran home from school to make sure we were able to catch Dark Shadows to see what happened each day. It was a like you said, a soap opera, so it was a daily show through the weekday rather than, you know, most of us are used to watching primetime shows weekly, but this was an everyday thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say, okay, just as Barnabas. Not the killing part, not the draining people of their blood, but if you're a vampire, you probably don't care. So it's fine. But this dude had an adventuresome life, you know, so it was cool. He got to go back in time. He got to do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Barnabas would just be fun. And unlike Super Pro, he would be, you know.
Gore makes the point here that the series is canceled because the actors kept getting pregnant.
No,
I mean, it was a
the only one I knew that got pregnant was the Victoria Winters chick, and she was off the episode. She left the show like.
How many seasons were there? There were a lot, right?
There were like 5, but they were on every day,
right?
For the like for fall and winter, you know.
So.
But they have a lot of episodes, and believe me, I watched them all. And they
just start a new season.
They would take an actor that was one character and like kill that character off and have him come back as a different one. They had a guy that looked like Humphrey Bogart come in as a Humphrey Bogart type, and it didn't work because he's all trying to talk like Humphrey Bogart in like a 1960s, 70s soap opera. So they were like, let's get rid of this dude, bring him back as someone else.
Gotcha.
5 seasons, 1,230 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and it was kind of a long haul.
Sheesh.
All right, I'll bring up my pick next. So
Yeah.
I've not been a lifelong Iron Man fan. I've had an appreciation for him just like I do Spider-Man. But we walk out of Iron Man 1, I'm like, give me my suit of armor. I want to go flying.
Right.
So this is
You want to be an alcoholic too?
no, I just want to be the guy in the flying suit.
You're a womanizer. You want to be a womanizing alcoholic with a bad heart.
It doesn't sound all bad.
Well, you can pull a Fred Sanford if like a woman's like, "What are you doing?" and then you'd be like, "Oh, I'm coming to join you,
Yep.
Elizabeth, big dummy."
I'm here back on the Dark Shadow stuff. Sexy male vampire is based on Lord Byron.
Lord Byron.
Shelley's and written.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that compared to Bela Lugosi, like Jonathan Frid was more like, "Hey, I would hang out with Jonathan Frid and stuff. I wouldn't hang out with Bela Lugosi, dude. You would not be hanging out with that cat. That guy would be like, yeah, dude. Like, get out of here, dude. Look like a goblin." You know, not that Jonathan Frid.
Gore, she walks in beauty like the night of cloudless of starry star. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that glitters in her eyes. Oh,
Is that? Did you remember that because you read the book or because it was in Twilight?
no! You want me to tell you the truth? That Lord Byron poem was quoted in an episode of The Cosby Show.
Okay.
And so
I respect that. I respect that.
Lord Byron. That's all I
Oh,
know
so you're
about
watching the Cosby Show? Was he slipping pills and drugs to people at the time?
There was that barbecue sauce episode.
Oh, everybody got sleepy.
Passed out.
No, it made everybody frisky.
Got your jello pudding pops.
So
So I want to be Bill Cosby. I want to be was it Cleo Huxtable? What was it? No, what was his name?
Theo. Well, that's his son's name.
Yeah.
What was the father's name?
Heathcliff.
Heathcliff. I want to be Heathcliff.
Well, it's funny. In the first season, they called him Clifford. The second season, they called him Heathcliff. And like one of the last seasons, they called him Heath Clifford to cover everybody. I know me some Cosby Show trivia.
There you go. Yeah, this is my Rick from Walking Dead look. I got the crazy hair.
At this point, I want to harken back to Coach Vic's statement from a real early in the episode
Super Pro?
that he didn't want to be Batman because he didn't want to be
You gotta be more than just a
billionaire playboy.
to make my list.
Oh, yeah, we're still talking about Iron Man. That's how exciting that is.
Coach's pick.
Hey, billionaire playboy and genius.
And
I mean, he's more than just beauty. He's brains. Beauty's bucks and brains. That's my trifecta right there. Minus the
you
bucks.
got to take his life too. If you're doing the, I thought when you want to grow up, this is about who you'd want to be, like what they do and all their stuff. I don't know.
Yes, I want to be a billionaire genius.
Yeah.
Anthony Stark. You ever go by Anthony?
No. Only his parents called him that.
Okay. We only got 20 more of these to do, folks.
All right, then. We'll keep it moving.
All right, let's see what's in round 3.
We didn't do his.
Yeah, that was his pick. We
That
both
was
picked
Tony
Iron
Stark.
Man.
Wait a minute. He did Iron. Who's Iron Man's?
We both picked Iron Man.
He picked Iron Man. I picked Tony Stark.
Man, this is a draft. You can't be picking the same dudes.
All right, fine. I'll pick.
No, I picked Iron Man. He picked Tony Stark.
Okay, everybody remember where you parked. Remember who was the better of the three so far? Tony Stark or Iron Man? Which one do you pick? Did you pick Tony Stark or Iron Man?
I picked Tony Stark because look, I built Iron Man's outfit.
Don't worry, Bob.
Good
We're
morning,
gonna be here a
everyone.
while.
Welcome to
The way this is
Clobbering
going.
Time, where Bub has just joined us.
All
right,
right.
so Bub, we're starting round 3 of the 5 characters we want to be when we grow up. So far, I've picked. Who did I pick?
Horribly.
I picked Iron Man and Captain America because he's got one up on the Punisher. Coach, who have you picked so far?
Oh,
I
that's
picked
a
Super
bad
Pro, professional athlete turned superhero, indestructible superhero, but professional athlete, and Tony Stark, billionaire, playboy, genius.
And Al has,
Recapping.
Al
Okay,
has-
so I picked Beastmaster because he can talk to animals. He's buff. He's on a different world adventure. And then I picked who was the second guy?
Barnabas.
Oh, Barnabas Collins, because he was cool and he's suave. He got all the chicks. He was a vampire, and he can do what he wants.
And Al is he's taking the lead as far as the best pick so far. I'll give him that.
I didn't double pick anybody. Like, hey, can I be Tony Stark too?
Technically, I picked mine first. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
So
like
here's my
Jamie's
pick.
was probably last minute anyways. It's like, I don't care. That Captain
No,
America
I'll
dude.
admit there was like 3 that were like apparent, and 2 I was like,
There was me too, but I tried to pick crazy good. Snake Eyes. Why you want to be Snake Eyes? Who's Snake Eyes?
Who
That
doesn't
you?
want to be Snake Eyes?
Man, I don't. Dude's face is tore up and can't talk.
Look, I knew at a young age that I
And
had
he's getting
a
cockled.
radio,
He's getting
so-
cockled by Duke, man.
And then
Like
me
Duke
after
coming in
that.
and stealing this dude's woman. He ain't cool.
What do you mean?
He's Boba Fett, man. He ain't cool. Dude, I just told you why he ain't cool. Duke is nailing his girl, man. Right in front of him. He's a cuckold.
Look, let me show this. I'm gonna have to zoom in.
Oh, so, ooh, look how big that is. Ooh, look at that. The man is total mystery, but he's real good at his
He's
job.
so
Heck, he's the best.
classified.
How do they know he's good at his job? If he's a mystery.
Look,
Where did his checks go?
how many hours in the day are there where somebody can be proficient in 12 different unarmed fighting systems?
The dude has no life.
They only have room to
Basically,
name
what
3
you're
of the
telling me,
12.
Jamie, you don't want no life.
Did you not see the Matrix?
He's from the freaking Matrix.
I would just give me Neo. If you're gonna do this junk, I'll be Neo. You want to be a guy that no one can see. You know, your face is marred up. You got blown off in Vietnam. Gee whiz, man.
Bub would be satisfied to be Power Girl. At least 1 hour. Is that all right?
Well, not if you're a girl, you don't care about them.
What?
I mean-
Bub say you want to be Squirrel Girl?
Yeah. Anyway, Squirrel Girl would probably be more exciting than Snake Eyes.
Look, I learned all of my social studies facts from these cards because I knew
You also learn your social
in
awkwardness.
junior high quiz bowl in our social studies class. I knew Warsaw Pact because I
I'm a
read it on the
idiot.
back of the GI Joe action card.
Kind of like how I know American history from watching Hamilton.
Yes, exactly.
I like how he went and learned Kung Fu on top of karate and jiu-jitsu.
Snake Eyes is a grade E5. That sounds pretty impressive to me.
Yeah.
Which other character of all of them we're going to name today would be grade E5?
Okay.
They don't have to because my dude's the Beastmaster and my other dude is a vampire, man. Get on with that. Oh, I'm a ninja. You can't see my face.
Okay.
I
If
can't
you like
talk.
Snake Eyes so much, did you watch the movie?
No,
Listen.
because I like Snake Eyes so much.
The boy dressed up like Boy George in a cartoon. There you go. He's a cuckold, man. This dude is sitting in the corner watching as people like hang out with Scarlett and just talk.
No respect.
No respect. That's right, man. That's right. You got your Steve Rogers and you got your Iron Man and your Snake Eyes. That's
Whose turn is it?
your imagination is everything. It's gotta be Vic's because I went first last time and he went last. So we'll just
Right.
now. Do you want to be Black Panther or you want to be Chadwick Boseman?
T'Challa
Okay.
and Black Panther.
Wow,
but
that
T'Challa's
head
a man
does
who
not
with it.
fit on that body, man.
I want to rule a small country that's technically advanced. I know that puts you this far from being a villain.
But remember, you have to live with the whole picture. You're going to lose your family in the process, or at least your dad. You're going to watch him get cut down in front of you.
Well, you got to kill off my dad like that. I love my daddy.
I'm just saying. I had to leave World War II to become Steve Rogers. So,
but yes, I'd love to be T'Challa. I mean, he runs a small country. Got the Dora Milaje. He got a little Peter Nyong'o on his arm.
This is like saying you want to be Captain America. Okay,
but
it's
black.
the same thing. This is the same thing as being Iron Man.
Captain America
but
doesn't.
Black.
Captain America doesn't rule anyone. He's got no authority.
Yeah, zero.
I think it would be boring to be a leader of a nation, of a country.
The most technically advanced nation in the world.
I don't care. It would be boring because you got to sit in that chair and people come up and go, "Hey, I sprained my finger. Could you like help me with that?
Do you not see the claws?
My dog's in love with my cat. Could you do something about that?" Man, it would be boring. People would get in arguments over stupid junk, and you would have to be like, okay, whatever.
You just don't know. I get to fight M'Baku and kick his tail.
You just want.
It's one thing. That's one or two things out of like a lifespan. You know, every other thing is just gonna be sitting there picking your nose.
Man, Panthers about that.
All right, let's see who outcaps this round off with.
The Phantom, baby. Now that's an adventure.
Look, he's got an elephant.
I got wolves. I thought
you were talking about his pants.
Dude, I got adventure. Like I don't have any. Listen, I can have the fun of protecting a country without having to do any of the work, man. I don't have to be like, hey, could you help with this city and give it some frickin', like they're fighting over the taxes here. I don't have to do taxes. I don't have to do none of that. I'm in there. I'm stopping crooks. I'm having fun. I'm kissing the chicks. I'm beating up pirates. I got the fantasy. It's awesome.
The purple tights. Don't forget the purple tights.
Yeah, well, I'll show you some Black Panther pictures that you might be like, what? Okay, you lucked out. You lucked out on Black Panther because I'll show you a Kirby design that you'd be like, he's on drugs, man. But, yeah. I'll take the striped Speedos. I don't care because I got them 2 old guns. I don't even need that because and I'm guaranteed to at least have one offspring. And then the chicks, man, come on, man. This is the adventure. This is the life.
I gotta tell you, I couldn't tell you one Phantom story.
You don't have to. You can make your own up.
It's true.
You can make your own up. You want to hear a Phantom story? Just pick up a Batman story and put it in the jungle or something. That's all you got to do because all of them are from the Phantom. So wah.
All right.
Everybody stole their junk from the Phantom.
Oh, so Batman is just a ripoff of the Phantom?
Yes. Black Panther ripoff Phantom.
Hey, watch it, son.
Yeah, sorry, big ripoff. So again, I'm the granddaddy of them all. I'm 3-0, baby. I got Beastmaster. I got me some Barnabas Collins, and I got the Phantom. That's some straight, just like I'm balling, man. That's what that is.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's Vic's turn to go first, but I'm going to skip him. I'm going to go first.
Oh, man. All right.
because this guy is the second coolest guy on my list. And I'm going to catch all kinds of flack for it.
Oh, God, Lord. What? The dude's the boringest dude. He's a bigger cuckold than friggin' Snake Eyes. You cannot dig this
He
dude.
shoots lasers out of his eyes.
So does Superman. You should have went with Superman.
Exactly.
He's way cooler.
Superman doesn't look as cool as this guy. Look at that hair.
He does not look cool. He has buckles all over him, dude. He has belts on his legs, on his thighs.
That's cool though. It just
I'm
looks
sorry.
cool. I mean, that's the whole purpose of Jim Lee art is it just looks cool. It doesn't have to look realistic. It's not. He's not toting some like Rob Liefeld like gun or anything. He just looks.
No,
cool.
he's just wearing Rob Liefeld buckles.
I'll agree with half your statement there. I'm not sure if I will recognize the awesome panel, but appreciate that.
Cyclops, really?
Cyclops, and this particular version because that hair is the coolest hair in comics. I always.
That's Gambit's hair.
It's not Gambit's hair. Gambit's hair was much longer.
Look, this is like a white dude going, I want to be white. You know what I want to be when I grow up? I want to be white and boring.
He does not look boring. He looks anything but boring.
Dude is boring. A dude is boring and a little bee. He he dumped Madeline Pryor just for a returning dead girlfriend, man. That dude is twisted.
I can't. I don't have an answer for the messed up.
No, I don't have because the dude sucks. The guy is the worst boyfriend. That's why he's letting Wolverine come in and just piddle everything. This dude, get on, man. You want to be
Cyclops? To a dude shorter than you.
Look, I really debated. It was Wolverine going to go here or was Cyclops going to go here? So I couldn't get over that magnificent hairdo.
You know what this feels like? Your list feel like you did pick these when you were a kid. when you were 5, you were like, I want to be Cyclops. He's my favorite. And then he changed, but Cyclops changed, but you didn't.
Right.
Because the Cyclops we got now, no thank you.
Don't get me started on the X-Men right now.
I'm trying to get you out of this X-Men loop. You love Cyclops.
Nice.
Unbelievable, bro. Cyclops, man. Oof. What is this, your 8th pick? And you still got these? Oh, my goodness.
All right. Al's going next.
Okay. Who I got? Oh, the guy you gave away. Of course, Captain Kirk, man.
I was surprised this was not number one.
Huh?
I was surprised this wasn't number one.
You surprised when you see my number one because I'm a crazy man. Listen, Kirk, his only downfall is that he doesn't have love in his life, but he's got the Enterprise. He's got adventure, and he's got so many friends. He's at least got Spock, and he's got McCoy, okay? Scotty might not really like the dude. And, I mean, come on. You don't think he was hitting on you, her, some more? I mean, come on. We got that. He's got all the ladies. What?
He has populated the galaxy.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. This dude had the life. He didn't have to be tied down. All he had to do, he was like the delivery of Kirk juice, okay? He was going Enterprise and across there going, I feel like having a Tridarian today. So he went and he did that, whatever. And the adventures, the excitement. He didn't need to be Captain America. He didn't need an armored suit, okay? He had his friends, and he had his wit, and he had his cunning.
And bravery.
And shit.
He was brave enough to stick to his instincts.
Yeah, it was a G. This guy, man, he should be number one, but I would number one's crazy for me. So, anyways, but so far I'm winning. Let's do it.
Wait a second. Let me ask Al a question because he knows all. What does David Hasselhoff have in common with the hardest working man in Hollywood?
Who's the hardest working man in Hollywood?
Samuel L. Jackson. He's been in more movies than anybody.
I don't know what. Oh, Nick. Oh. Was that even on TV?
Yeah.
No,
I think it was. I think it aired.
So you want to be David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury?
Old David Hasselhoff, new Nick Fury.
I can respect that.
On his list, and I picked the David Hasselhoff version for him.
But I knew about the David Hasselhoff version. So
First off, you want to be missing an eye.
But I am running the Avengers, Shield.
Are you?
Everything.
Are you running it? You're not running it.
Yes, I am.
He's so twisted. He gets turned on so many times. Unbelievable. You're not in charge of Shield. You're not running Avengers. You think Tony Stark is not running the Avengers? You don't. Give me a break.
Tony Stark ain't running.
Nicolas Cage or Nick Fury. He didn't have no stroke. He didn't have nothing. No power, man. They would just let him be there. Like, oh, hey, I'm starting the Avengers initiative.
They gave the man a $40 billion budget and said, go. Have fun.
Sorry.
Be all him.
Yes.
Again, you think you got imaginary power on that one. It's the same with Black Panther. You're like in charge of stuff, but you're tied down to like filling out paperwork. It's not exciting.
That's what Coley Smulders is for, isn't it? I mean, that and to look like Coley Smulders.
You know what's happening with Nicolas Cage or Nick Fury on these things? He's like, all right, just get me like an exciting shot. And they're like, we got to do this. And then the next shot is him going, oh, let me fill it up, fill this up. That's what it is. He stuff's boring. You get well, I would say that's why Captain Kirk is the number one for me, because he has to fill out forms and stuff after he does everything.
He's always filling out HR forms.
Yeah. Like I called Yeoman Rand a hoochie, and I wanted to, and she smacked me. So, And can I get started on this? They cuss so much in the new Star Trek; it's unbelievable. I don't like that.
Yeah, I thought we were past that.
I don't think. Well, in the Discovery they do, in Picard they do.
I need to watch Strange New World. I might watch that Strange Worlds.
Okay. You won't like it.
Oh, wait a second.
Huh? I won't.
No.
To bring this full circle, you know what derailed his David Hasselhoff's music career in Germany? Had a huge pay-per-view event scheduled.
The fall.
They decided to flee that night. And so instead of watching pay-per-view, people were all over the world watching OJ drive around the streets.
Well, this comes back to OJ Simpson.
Killed his pay-per-view numbers.
I'm with Rob Boswell, $6 million man.
I considered that one.
It would have been exciting.
All right, let's see who we got in our number one round. Still missing somebody. Oh.
So Vic goes first this time, right? Who goes last? Do you want to go? I'm going last, or
I'll
you
go last because I'm like the most milquetoast choice.
Yeah, what's in with the fart?
I'm the most predictable, so I'll go first.
Let's build it up, and then let's go down. That'd be great. That's how you end stuff. That's great.
So here's the coolest guy in the galaxy right here. No questions asked.
Whose character is this? Vic? Hood? Okay. Oh, you're going first now.
Yeah. I said I misspoke. I meant to go first because I'm the most predictable. The most boring. But this guy right here, this particular image is what like spurred this whole idea this week.
Yeah.
I was working on some stuff for work, and
man, I would think it'd be him.
I was like, is there anyone else that's more cool than him?
Everybody.
I asked a buddy of mine. He said, my buddy said he thought I would pick Batman. I'm like, Batman. Batman's got a little boy in short pants, and this guy's got a walking dog next to him. I'm taking this guy right here. He takes no orders from anyone.
No.
He's his own man. He doesn't even have to do paperwork.
His best friend's black.
He's got a black acquaintance.
What are your 5 picks? Okay, you got Captain America, Steve Rogers, Iron Man. Who is that dude? Oh, the white. Who is the whiter white guy? Just like all your guys, a lot of them are bad fathers too. So you're basically telling everybody that you want to be a bad father, that you want to escape and be like, Georgette better not watch this.
Yeah, I'll warn her off it, like she ever watches anything I do.
I almost picked Indiana Jones. He's much cooler than Han Solo.
No, he's not. No.
Again, you're crazy because he wants work after he has an adventure, you know? Like, well, I have to file this under blah blah blah. What are you crazy, man? You're not free with that.
82 billion.
You got to get in and get out. Get in, get out.
Of course, I wanted to be Richard Gere from American Gigolo.
Gerbil and all.
I didn't know mean sexy what Gigolo meant, but I liked how Julian Kincaid.
Richard Gere always seemed boring to me. He's just always boring to me.
He was no Harrison Ford in his prime.
That's true. As I want to be. Anyways, yeah, so Han Solo maybe a good number 1, but still bad father. And I don't know. He left his wife. He left her. It's like when she was heartbroken over the son leaving, he takes off. I mean, come on, what a bad guy he is.
As you like
Scumbag.
You like to say, I like to be a superhero that have paperwork.
Yeah, you're paperwork man.
And I like to be in charge.
Superman. And the president. You pick the president. President Superman. Again, exactly. The most boring stuff to do.
I have always wanted to be president of the United States. I didn't know I could be president until, much older, 2008. I didn't know it's possible for me to be president of the United States. But I've always wanted to be president of the United States. Oh, look, in college, 4-time class president.
Really? That's impressive.
Thank you. In high school, I was a secretary. I was a treasurer 1 year. But 4-time class president in college. I wanted to run things. I like to run things.
So what meaningful change were you able to do under your presidency?
All right. So we started having talent shows, class barbecues, and we would have a party after our homecoming.
All right.
Hey, I just tell you.
That sounds presidential to me.
When I gave my speech at chapel about why I wanted to be president, I must use the word fun about 15 times.
Okay.
I just want to have fun.
I will pay for your how you're running if you push my agenda when you get in there. I want to my agenda is to bash in all cat brains. You get in there and do that.
Rob Oswald wanted to be Darth Vader.
You get the money. That's politics, baby. Oh, I don't like what you're talking about, but I'll take your money. Get me in the presidency. I wonder here's the thing. What did this President Superman do to get in? You think he got in on like clean running? Like who did he face against?
Like
they didn't know Superman, did they?
Like global warming?
No. Who did he run against?
Lex Luthor.
Or did they just give him the freaking presidency? Just like, you're the new dictator. Go ahead.
You know what? That's the next series I'm reading. I need to know how Calvin became president.
There you go.
And you don't think, man, this is the thing. Okay. They would so Fox News dude. It's like he's an alien. He wouldn't. Oh my goodness!
Remember, this is an alternate universe.
I don't care. They would still do this. You don't think that scumbags don't live in an alternate universe,
dude?
What?
He's saying there was MSNBC. This dude.
Yeah, this.
No, they wouldn't.
Gun rights.
He railed pro police, gun rights. more jails.
Yeah, no. And it's all in a reality, so he's evil or is he good?
Once again, I have
No,
not read the book.
what he ran on is that I will burn your face off if you don't vote for me.
There you go. I will take
That's what
over
it
if you
is.
don't vote for me.
That's why you'd have to vote for this dude. You'd be so scared of this dude. You can't trust this guy. Oh yeah, you can. He said, man, one day he's gonna get dementia and just be like, "Dude." He's gonna murder. He's gonna like hug your grandma and just. That's what's
So
gonna
many
happen.
comments I want to make that I can't.
And kiss your baby too hard. All right.
Can't. They would so Fox News this dude, man, or whatever. They would hearse this dude.
Let's do
Whatever. Randolph Hearst, right? What's his name that did the original guy that? Huh?
William Randolph Hearst.
Yeah, William Randolph Hearst, the guy that Citizen Kane was about.
Gotcha.
You know, that dude. They would do that. They would National Enquirer this guy. They would burn him down. He could have just saved your family, and they'd be like, "Oh, he looks at
destroyed the
little
house."
kids." You know, he'd be crazy. They'd be doing something. He's an alien. He's gonna suck your brain out.
He made them.
There's no way he would get, and he would lose, man.
All right.
He wants to take all your money.
Let's find out what Al's pick is for his number one, who he wants to be when he grows up.
Here it is, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to be Rick Sanchez. And if you don't know, I don't think you guys know anything about Rick Sanchez. This guy is Doc Brown, Tony Stark. He's all of them rolled into one. He is Mr. Fantastic. He is Dr. Doom. He's all of them. He's all their brains. He can do anything. And if he messes it up, he can go to another reality and live over there. He can clone you. He can bring you back to life. He can heal you. He can give you disease.
So he should have been part of the Illuminati?
Huh?
He should have been part of the Illuminati?
He don't care about that. He is all for himself. He's going to go find a civilization and have a good time. This guy sleeps. This guy has sexual relations with aliens. He doesn't care. He realizes it's all just going to go anyways. He watches his planets blow up. This guy he's almost, too good to be true. But he has a drinking problem and a drug problem. And he's emotionally stunted. Okay? But what a life. What a party. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jamie's being a white guy with superpowers on Earth, and Vic's being
I'm flying
a president.
The Millennium Falcon, getting in trouble.
He'd probably be a president somewhere, filing out paper. You'd be the valedictorian of writing things down. I'm going to be in another universe, partying it up with the whole planet before it blows up, and I teleport back out. That's awesome. My dude's awesome. He's not a good guy, but how can you be if you've seen your family die 1 billion times and you just go find a new one?
I can't help but notice that your top two like to have sex with aliens.
Hey,
this is 2022.
listen. This is another thing. You guys pick your boring stuff. That's all for you. I'm open to craziness. You don't think? Listen, if I don't forget the first guy I said when the Beastmaster, I said he's in V also, and he got Diana.
Take your mask off.
And I said, don't take the mask off. How do you know that alien sex isn't going to be the best sex ever? How do you know? Alien sex could be the greatest sex in the universe. You might get your head like melted off, both of them. But in that moment in time, you're gonna enjoy yourself. And if you're Rick Sanchez, you can just build a new one. You guys sorry to say, you guys are thinking a little small. I'm thinking grandiose here. I'm thinking, sorry.
Did Captain Kirk inspire Sanchez?
Yeah, like an old, like crazy Captain Kirk, like William Shatner now.
So it'll be Captain Kirk and Doc
Brown, Doc Brown.
Doc Brown had a
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, I just think, man, it's crazy talk, dude. I know you guys never probably watched Rick and Morty, so you're like, I don't know.
I haven't.
I've almost watched it several times.
He's crazy.
I haven't gotten around to it yet.
I don't know if it's your style.
Rick and
But
Morty sauce at McDonald's that sold out fast.
I'm just saying, those are my 5 picks. If everybody could just join together and say that I have the best 5 picks out of the entire universe, that'd be fine. You can go ahead and do it now. Almost.
President and Superman.
I'll take Superman. Listen, I will take Superman. I will even be that Superman, okay? I'll ever be that Superman, but not president. I don't want to be president. Forget being president. That's horrible.
If I was president, we'd send some black ops in there and get Brittany Griner back by now. I'm just saying.
Listen, if I was president, I wouldn't be president. I'd be a dictator. I would just take over the earth and be like, we're going to play nice, folks. Yeah, and if you don't, I'm going to like freeze you or melt you with my laser eyes. I can get Cyclops there to come over and be like the lame version of me and have it. I'll get tired of laserizing people and have Cyclops come in and that's all you would be. I would have you in a machine.
Started.
Huh?
We need to protect the resources. So I'm going to take over everything. I mean,
Lasso's looking for those hostess villains.
The Hostess Villains project was on super hold because I had some life issues pop in, and I'm here today. So,
of course, as I watched an hour Rick and Morty at a friend's home, I was a guest and had to be polite.
I hate. Listen, I hate going to a friend's house and like, dude, you gotta watch this. Watch this show. It makes me hate that show, and I never watched it again. I did that with Trailer Park Boys. I had some buddies like make me watch Trailer Park Boys, and I was just like, I don't like this. And I never gave it a chance again, even though it looks funny, but because they forced it on me. I'm not telling you to watch Rick and Morty. You can hate it all you want. That's my pick. I'm number 5, Rick Sanchez, man. That's Rick. That's so Rick. So go ahead and be presidential Superman and Han Solo. Yeah, have fun with that.
I will.
I'm off. Just doing everything, man.
Visiting the multiverse.
I'm in the multiverse. I'll go find a Han Solo that isn't like. I'll go find an alien Han Solo. Well, he is an alien. Han Solo's an alien, isn't he?
Hey, Rick was in the Space Jam movie with LeBron James.
Yeah, that's his lowest point.
Probably.
Lowest point.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
we've burned through our 5 picks each. If I think of anything, the lesson we've learned here is next time we're just picking 3.
That's what I always said. I always said we keep it 3 apiece. It's like, this is what happens, folks. After every show, we sit down and talk, well, we should do it like this. And then because it's so far in between each show, Jamie forgets like an old man that you pulled his ear and he forgets where he lives, you know. What? I want to be Snake Eyes. What? Yeah. I hope I get Cyclops laser eyes. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. I'm just going to rail on you for this, man.
If we hadn't gone 5 people deep, we would not have gotten to Beastmaster. I don't think we
I don't
could
care
have
about
got that
Beast.
character off the table.
You're gonna put I gift you Beastmaster. You can have my Beastmaster.
I'll tell you what. I'll swap Beastmaster for Cyclops.
Yeah, you can have. I don't just kill Cyclops. I don't want Cyclops. You take my Beastmaster, Who else? You got? You can be Phantom. You can be
I don't want
who's
to be the
the
Phantom.
huh?
Phantom's
Phantom's
boring.
better than any of your dudes. Better than Captain America.
Phantom's boring. They reuse all his tropes to make him interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, Captain America's not boring. That whole
Yeah.
Boy Scout shtick doesn't get
Yeah.
old after a while.
Yeah, I had a
He just wants to be Steve Rogers and have Chris Evans play him in the movie. Who's your other guy? Han Solo and a
Look,
piece
we're
of
done with the
toast.
show. You expect me to remember what's going?
I want to be a piece of toast.
Iron Man, Snake
Yeah.
Eyes.
Oh, Snake Eyes. Yeah, he'd be fun.
Man,
You'd be
you're
like,
right. You're like, I want to be a white guy when I grow up.
Look, we don't know what Snake Eyes' race is.
yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Was he Asian or was he Caucasian?
No, it was Caucasian.
Was he?
You never read the comic book, did you?
I did a long time ago when I was a kid.
I'll just tell you, if he were black, they made it known. I'll make him talk like a jive turkey.
Well,
You speak jive?
Snake Eyes doesn't talk.
Oh,
What we should do in our next show, which we're not going to do, we should all pick 3 of characters that aren't of our race, of the characters we want to be.
that's hard.
Race or
There's so many.
race or color? Because there's a lot of blue guys that I like. Okay.
Of human race.
Okay. All right.
Human race.
Oh,
Well, they're human. They're just mutants.
Which is pop cultural, pop racial clobbering time.
let's see. I could be Martian Manhunter.
No,
Black
no, that's
Green
not
Lantern?
human. That's not human.
Just like the jerk, Rob Boswell.
Well, yeah, I want to be the jerk. No, it's gonna be something cool, like a Luke Cage or something like that. You gotta be,
Gotta beat down the
Forward.
jive
or
jerk.
Namor. I could be Namor, the new Namor.
Luke Cage is the mayor of New York City right now.
Yeah, I bet he is.
That sounds like a fun job.
Yeah.
Almost like
Now that's a
president.
job. That's not
That's
fun.
Yeah, you'd love that. Me, I want to be a mayor. I want to be a senator. I want to be know the republic. I want to do all the boring stuff. You go do the boring stuff, gang. So I'm just saying, I just want you to admit now that I won my 5-1.
You definitely won.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'll bow to your greatness.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
bowing nothing. I only bow down to the row.
yeah.
That's
Speaking, but back on the hostess villains thing, I'll try to get back on that. Like I said, life stuff.
This is true fact.
This
right?
Namor wouldn't. The movie Namor looked like he's a dad bod, man. The one that got on the Wakanda, he's like pulling up and he's got like these saggy old like.
Yeah,
Breathe.
you can't mess with Khal Drogo.
Hmm?
Khal Drogo. Oh, I'm sorry, Jason Momoa.
Yeah, man. They should have got Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Now that would have been like, hey, guess what, buddy? Like, oh no.
There were rumors that was happening for a long time.
This new dude looks. I don't know, and I don't mind all the rest of the stuff. It's the nose ring thingy. I don't like that at all.
Well, it's 2022. I can see why they put it in.
Well, I don't mind that in other people, but not Namor.
Look,
Like heroes shouldn't have stuff like that in their face.
In my opinion, Namor is going to live or die on whether or not he is the most arrogant character we've seen through any of the Marvel movies. If they don't get that right,
They won't.
then they're not getting Namor right.
All right. Well, it's been fun, guys. Oh, we didn't even mention the canceling of. I was for it. I just mentioned I'm all for canceling horrible things that sounded bad in the first place. I wish someone would have did that for the Munsters.
I'm gonna just tell you, that Bad Girl movie wasn't bad. I'm just telling you, they're putting out information to make you think it was a bad movie. I trust the directors and I trust the directors of that movie.
The suit alone looked bad.
Look
It
at,
was you know the suit progresses through time. You've seen these movies. They start with the crappy homemade suit, and they end up with the
I
bad.
don't think
No,
this
that
was,
suit
maybe that was
was
pursuit.
no,
We're
that
talking
thing
about
was
Batgirl, obviously.
that thing was Saturday Night Live bad, man.
I had no good vibes about it whatsoever. Rob Boswell says my daughter-in-law has a nose piercing. I call it her booger hook. Way to go, Dad-in-law.
I dated a girl that had the knocker, so
Hmm.
I think that might be why I don't like it.
I was in the movie Hook.
She wouldn't let you tie a rope around it, right?
Mm.
Let's wrap this up
Good night.
before we get in trouble.
Good night, everybody.
Cancel Flash.
Cancel Flash. Okay.
This is last season. Oh,
The only thing I want to see what they do with the Blue Beetle. I heard they might cancel that, but I
Yeah.
want to see what they do with the
they're
Blue Beetle.
canceling it.
I don't know. At least the suit looked spot on.
And I think because they got the one dude from Cobra Kai, they might have a little fan base going. I think they make some money off of that because people love that dude. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day, Magic Lasso. We will wrap this thing up. We've gone an hour and 20 minutes already talking about who we wanted to be when we grow up. Al wanted to be all business.
But what ended up happening, I grew up being a chubby scumbag loser. That's what happened.
And we love you for it.
Yeah, someone's got to. There we go.
We shall see you next time, everybody. Remember, keep your priorities straight. Faith, family, comics. See you next time, guys. I should have had this ready. Where is it? Right there.
Whenever there's a crime, who's always there to fight it? Whenever there's a wrong, who's always there to right it? When someone breaks the law, who do people holler for? It's the